Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, the show on the channel where we take a look at some of the cool new releases in the worlds of hard rock, heavy metal, classic rock, progressive rock, jazz, fusion. Those are the genres that we cover. Today, we've got the brand new release from Wolfgang Van Halen, son of Edward Van Halen, the late, great Edward Van Halen, titled Mammoth. Of course, we all know that Mammoth was the name of the first band that Eddie and Alex had before they named everything Van Halen. So Wolfgang has decided to, in memory of his dad, name his new album Mammoth. Okay, or maybe this is the name of the project. I'm not really sure, but it's the name of the album. And as you can see, very cool album cover, by the way. You got, speaking of mammoth, mammoth means big, right? You've got this gigantic crab wreaking havoc in a, looks like a mall parking lot or somewhere, tossing cars around. I mean, I love giant monster films, so right off the bat, that kind of grabs my attention. You got the dude in the suit and the briefcase just kind of looking on, not really giving a shit, or maybe he's just seeing his sports car ready to be flung across the parking lot. I don't know, but whatever. It looks like a refugee from a mysterious island, Ray Harryhausen, giant crab. Let's take a look at the rest of the album here. All songs written and performed by Wolfgang. So he has proven to be a pretty talented dude. And of course, with, we know who his dad was. So obviously that's no surprise there. Okay, he plays all guitars, bass, keyboards, drums, vocals, the whole shebang. And, you got to have a picture there of dad and son, all right? Because this album is dedicated to his dad. It kicks off with the song Mr. Ed, which, of course, we know who Mr. Ed is. And that kind of is the first track that sets the tone for the entire album. We've got, the CD has 14 tracks. So we've got 13 regular tracks, 14 in total. I would say, musically speaking, if obviously Wolfgang played in Van Halen, played bass for Van Halen. He was also in Tremonti, right? If you're expecting either one of those bands, you probably come to the wrong place. This does not sound like a Van Halen album. It does not sound like a big, heavy Tremonti album. That being said, it is a pretty rockin' album. It is a very accessible album. For folks who regularly watch this channel, if you're, this is a puzzling album to try and explain because it really doesn't represent what I normally listen to, or what a lot of people who watch Sea of Tranquility perhaps normally listen to. That being said, it's a lot of fun. I would call it like a modern hard rock album. Okay, it's very modern sounding. I've heard people compare it to like the Foo Fighters, or maybe a little mellower Alter Bridge or something like that. I don't know if it sounds like either one of those bands, to be honest with you, but there is it sounds 2021. It's got big choruses. He obviously learned a lot from his dad as far as how to write songs that are instantly catchy and memorable. There's plenty of them on here. Like I said, Mr. Ed is great. There's some songs that have some really good, big, beefy riffs on them. There's melodic, memorable choruses all over the place. Horribly Right is a fun song. Don't Back Down, instantly catchy. I could see any of these tracks becoming like hits on like modern rock radio. Okay, because I don't know where else you wouldn't hear some of these tunes. I don't think on Sirius XM, Ozzy's Boneyard or something like that. This is it's very modern rock music. It's kind of heavy in spots. It's not overly heavy in others, but it's just really, really catchy rock and roll music, right? And Resolve is a good track. You got The Big Picture. The song Mammoth is pretty heavy. A lot of good groove on the album. Wolfgang's a really good singer. He really, I think what I'm trying to convey here is, I think, considering he did everything on this, he really knocked it out of the park. The vocals are really, really strong. The melodies are really, really memorable. The instrumentation, the guitars, the bass, the drums, I mean, it's all rock solid. The guitar solos are pretty tasty. Obviously, look who his dad was. He's not his dad, but he doesn't need to be. And I think that there's a lot to like here. even if it's something, I mean, here's the thing. Even like I've been saying, I've been listening to this now for the last like week straight, and I keep saying to myself, I like it. It's not really something that I would normally listen to, but I really appreciate what it is. And I can get enough enjoyment out of it, even though I'm thinking, perhaps a month from now, it may not be something that's in my regular rotation. But I really want to highly recommend this because I think it's so accessible. It's, rock music ain't dead. For all those out there who say, rock music is dead, it's not. It's just changed over the years. No, this doesn't sound like the 70s. No, it doesn't sound like the 80s. It really doesn't. Maybe there's a hint of the 90s on here, but this is a 2000s hard rock album done by a guy whose father was one of the greatest of all time. And you know what? He's still, I believe, in his 20s? Is he 30 yet? I'm not even sure. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Whether he just continues to do solo stuff like this, or whether he puts together an actual band, and I mean, he knows how to write songs. It's produced by Michael Elvis Baschetti. It's a great sounding record. It's bright. It's, like I said, got grooves and melodies to die for. There's plenty of cool riffs on the album. I'll read you all the song titles. Mr. Ed, Horribly Right, Epiphany, another good track. Don't Back Down, Resolve, You'll Be the One, Mammoth, Circles, The Big Picture, Think It Over, You're to Blame, Feel, Stone, and the bonus track is called Distance. All right. There's a lot of material on here, yes, but it's just a fun rock and roll album. So I don't know what else to say. There's not more to say. There's probably many of you who have already heard it. If you're on the fence and you've been waiting for me to tell you all about it, all I can tell you is you got to go listen to it. If you're not really that into really modern rock stuff, you may be put off by some of it. All right. It's definitely not a nod to Van Halen at all, I don't feel. But like I said, it doesn't need to be. I think anybody who likes rock and roll, no matter what era you like, you can appreciate what went into this. And you can certainly appreciate the talent. Because it's there. I mean, this is going to sell quite well. Wolfie is going to go places, and his dad, who's watching from up there, I'm sure is very, very proud of him right now. So check it out. Like I said, give it a chance. It may not be your cup of tea if you're an old progger or an old 70s or 80s hard rock and metal guy, but if you don't mind some newer stuff, and if you like just good, catchy, hook-laden hard rock music, give it a try. It's a fun album. So Wolfgang Van Halen, Mammoth, or Mammoth WVH. I still don't know how the hell he's kind of promoting this, but check it out. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click on the notification bell so you get alerted every time we've got a new video posting. Got the link to our merch page below, as well as a link to our Ko-Fi page if you'd like to make a channel donation. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you real soon with lots more stuff as we say goodbye to June and hello to July. I can't believe it. Coming up in July, all sorts of our regularly scheduled programming. We're going to do a couple days, maybe not quite a week extra on the Classic Album Rewind show. And then right around day number 6, we're going to go from A to Z each and every day for the rest of July all the way up to the end, where I'm going to give you my favorite band, starting with that letter of the alphabet, my favorite band that starts with that letter, and my favorite album release from that band. And then I'm going to give you a runner-up each day as well, because it wouldn't be me if I didn't do a runner-up, right? So stay tuned for that. That's our fun little show for July. We've got all sorts of other cool stuff happening in July, right? All sorts of other cool stuff planned. So we got like that guitar-centered discussion program where we're going to, each and every episode, going to get a few guitar players on to talk about, guitar music and real, just guitar-centered topics. We've got that. We've got the cool kind of like album battle wars between album releases from notable bands where they had that one lineup, that one different lineup for that one album. That's all they did. And we're going to match it up with another notable band who also had one like album oddity with one unique lineup and put them together. Going to get a bunch of guys on to talk about it and what we like about these albums, which ones we like most. Blah, 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 right? So stay tuned for that and all sorts of other fun stuff. Hudson Valley Squares in the Prague seat, Monsters Den, Friday morning at the Funhouse with Martin Popoff, new product reviews coming all in July. So there's a lot of stuff happening. So we'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and I'll I am Pete Pardo. Good day.